So today was the opening day for the MLB season. I'm not really sure why I chose this game. I did want to watch Murakami's debut, so I guess that's kind of the main reason. But I wanted to come on here, guys. This is a brand new channel. This is the first episode on this channel. Kind of wanted to come on here, talk some baseball, talk about something that we all enjoy, something that we all love. I'm assuming if you guys found this channel, if you guys are watching this channel, you guys do enjoy baseball. But yeah, there was a big slate of games today. The first one that I was able to watch pretty much start to finish was the White Sox and the Milwaukee Brewers. Yeah, like I said, not really sure why I chose this game. Like I said, I wanted to watch Murakami's debut, so I guess that is the reason. But man, this was a bit of a stinker. The Brewers absolutely destroyed the White Sox. I do have a few takeaways from this game, though. I mean, I wanted to see what Murakami looked like at the biggest stage. I know that we have always, like, over the past few months, especially, like, kind of dating back to, like, the summer months, before he had posted himself, there was a lot of conversation, is Murakami going to be okay in the big leagues? Is he going to be the superstar talent that we've been hearing about for so many years? And I think that kind of really showed with his contract. He went into the free agency, he went in and he posted himself, and he signed such a small deal with the White Sox compared to what he was expected to get. At one point, I was hearing like 350 million for Murakami. I never really thought he was going to get that much. Now, I know that a talent like this doesn't come around very often. He did pretty good in spring training from what I heard. I wasn't really tuning into too many White Sox spring training games, but I heard that he was doing well. And I thought that he was kind of getting his footing a little bit under himself today against the Milwaukee Brewers. I mean, we had conversations about whether or not he was going to be able to hit velo, and what better pitcher to start against than Jiga Mizorowski. I know that he has some control issues. He might not be like a Paul Skeens. He might not be like a prime Jacob deGrom that was able to dot his 101 fastballs. But if you're somebody that struggles with heat, what better guy to go against than Jacob Mizorowski? Especially someone with such a rising fastball like Mizorowski has too, because he is able to get a lot of swing and misses. I mean, what did he have? 12 strikeouts today? I mean, he was elite on the mound. I know he had some control problems, and as the game went on, that was really showing. But in my opinion, Murakami looked pretty solid. He was taking a lot of fastballs, a lot of really close pitches. You could tell that he was really trying to get the feel for the pitcher. He wasn't being too aggressive. I think he took 2 walks in his first 2 at-bats. I believe his third at-bat, he ripped it to first base. He hit the ball really hard. I don't know if that was against Mizorowski or not. I forget. And then his last at-bat, he crushed a solo shot to right field. Big home run for him. Great start to the season for Murakami. I was excited to watch these two teams because I think both teams have a lot to prove this year. The Brewers, I was so disappointed in them last season with the way that their season ended. I thought they were going to do good in the postseason. I was like, man, is this the year that they're finally going to get over the hump? That was just not the case. They went up against the Dodgers and had maybe one of the worst NLCS performances of all time. I was so disappointed because I was rocking with the Brewers all year last year, man. I was like, you know what? Something about this team just feels a little bit different. I think they have a little bit of everything, a little bit of starting pitching, a little bit of offense, a little bit of bullpen. And they fumbled on the biggest stage, and I was so disappointed because, like I said, I was riding for the Brewers, man. I was riding for the Brewers. White Sox as well. I mean, they have been the laughingstock of the league for the last like 3-4 years now. And I feel like this year they finally have some of this young talent coming up. They made some trades to bring in some more young guys. I feel like, guys like Grant Taylor, a few other guys in the bullpen, Jordan Leisure, like they have some names there that I think that we should kind of get used to seeing, or at least know the names and kind of watch how they play for the White Sox this year. They're not going to be good. I highly doubt they're going to win more than like 65, maybe 70 games this year. I mean, 70 is probably a big stretch, but they have some exciting names there, man. I'm excited to see what Murakami can bring this year. I'm excited for Kyle Teal, a full season of Colson Montgomery. I mean, the man hit 20 plus home runs last year in 70 games, so a full season of him. I'm excited to see if Edward Cuero can take another step. They picked up Luis Angel Acuna, which if he can stay healthy this year, man, I feel like there's a little bit of a player in there that could be decent. Chase Meidroth is another interesting name too. I was watching the Brewers broadcast. Shout out to the Brewers fans, by the way. And I don't know if it was just the broadcast, but if there's any Brewers fans watching this, let me know, guys. Are you guys excited for this season for the Brewers? Because like I said, going into this year, I felt like if I was a Brewers fan, I would have been so disappointed with the way last season ended, and I would not have known how to kind of really go into this season, especially with the way that they kind of handled the offseason, like trading away Freddie Peralta and et cetera, et cetera. Let me know if you guys are kind of excited for this season because man, I know it's opening day, but the fans were showing out in Milwaukee, man. Like I know it's their broadcast, and I know that it's going to be extremely loud regardless. Because they always, every broadcast always hypes up the fans. They make them fans really, really loud. But man, they were going crazy for the Brewers today, man. The Sal Frelick home run that he crushed, that the fans were so loud on that one too. I feel like I'm talking about the Brewers more than I'm talking about the White Sox and Murakami, but yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see if the Brewers are going to be an exciting team this year. If you guys are excited for the Brewers, the White Sox, of course, like I said, and the White Sox, I don't know. Like Murakami really looked good today. Obviously, this is the first game of the season. There's going to be hot stretches, especially for somebody like him. Yes, it's Jacob Mizorowski that he was facing, a high velocity guy, but we know Miz has some struggles with control. Once he faces somebody else, like by the time he faces somebody like a Paul Skeens or like a Tarek Skubal who was in his own division, he's probably going to see Skubal quite a bit this year. So some of those guys I could see Murakami struggling with a little bit, but I don't know. I felt like he looked pretty good. Personally, myself, I mean, you guys can comment down below if you guys thought that he didn't look that great or if you guys saw something that maybe I didn't see today. Back to Chase Maedroth because I kind of got off topic. On the Brewers broadcast, they had mentioned that he reminds them a lot of somebody like a Justin Turner. And as soon as they said that, I could not unsee it with the face, the hair, his batting stance. I feel like he's more of like a contact guy that when Justin Turner, I mean, Justin Turner had a little bit of power, but he was always more of like a contact profile type of guy. So I really liked that comparison, and I kind of want to dive deeper into Chase Maedroth sometime and just kind of get more of his hitter profile and kind of see the type of player that he could become because he came over in the Garrett Crochet trade, I believe, from the Red Sox. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm excited for the White Sox season this year because, like I said, they have something to prove. The Brewers have something to prove. I feel like there's a lot of guys that have something to prove. There was a lot of other stuff that was going on today around the league. I've watched a few other games. I watched the Astros and the Angels game, some of the Tigers and the Padres game. I know the Diamondbacks, but when I'm recording this, the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers are just about to start, so I'm excited to watch some of that one too. But yeah, I'm really excited for baseball this season. I kind of wanted to do like a little bit of something different here on YouTube. Kind of talk to you guys a little bit. I don't know if this is going to be really like a podcast or like a series. Like I know it's going to be a series. I'm going to be on here talking about baseball all the time, but I don't really know what to call it. I don't know if I want to call it like a podcast or like a like just a YouTube series or what. I mean, either way, there's going to be a lot of episodes. I'm so excited for the baseball season, and I just feel like coming on here and kind of watching a game, coming on here and talking to you guys about it, or taking a day to watch a lot of baseball and coming on here and talking to you guys about what I saw, kind of my opinions and whatnot. So but yeah, I may should have not have chose the White Sox and the Brewers game as the first one to really watch all the way through, but I wanted to pick apart Murakami. I wanted to pick apart some of the other guys. Mizorowski looked incredible. I mean, the Brewers offense looked incredible today too. So shout out to them. Don't want to get too high on the Brewers hype train though, because like I said, the last like 3-4 years I've been so high on the Brewers, and last year, man, that was that was my year too. I was so high on the Brewers, man. I thought they were going to go all the way, or at least all the way to the World Series. I thought if any team take down the Dodgers, it'll be the Brewers, and I was so disappointed. But yeah, I mean, Murakami thought he looked good today. Some of the other guys throughout the White Sox lineup, even if they got destroyed by the Brewers, I thought some of them looked pretty cool. I mean, I'm excited for some of those guys this year.